Okay? So hello, thank you to be there. We will talk about Internet of Everything, and we will talk about how at Quant we'll see the Internet today and tomorrow. And maybe sometime it's very technical, maybe not, depends on who you are, what you know. But don't worry, at the end you can ask for questions and we can make it cool. Okay? So, first of all, 2 seconds about about an object who doesn't work. Okay. So, 2 seconds about Quant, about us, and after we talk about Web 3.0. Okay? Because I'm sure you're not here for Quant, so 2 seconds about it. Doesn't work. Now that works. Okay, so first of all, this is my president, Jean-Manuel Rozan. This is my partner, who is an engineer. We are the search engine of NASA in the US. So we take care of stars, and there is more stars than websites, actually. And we are the search engine of several big websites on the internet. And in the middle, it's my best photo. I'm better like this. So, we launched Quant. Quant is a search engine. It's a search engine, European search engine. So you can go on Quant and search for Brazil, for France, everywhere, like on Google, but with other things on it. So we launched in February 16, then we relaunched in July the 4th, and we are actually talking to the European Commission. We are actually doing a lot of things in Europe and growing. The idea is to connect the world today, and to connect the world today, the best things to do is first of all, oh, this is my name, I'm Eric. So when you see me, you can ask me when you want and whenever you want. So this is Quant. Quant is a website, it's a search engine, a little bit different. So as you see, we have a lot of colors. And if you search for Paris in Quant, you will get the web, the news, social, Twitter, Facebook, Google+, shopping, photo, and video. You can even create boards on Quant. Here you can, everything you have searched on the internet, you can create a board and add what you have found inside of it. So this is Quant. This is what we do, search engine. And search engine needs data. So we have more than 2 petabytes of data. We crawl the web, we crawl the social web, we crawl the Internet of Things and the Internet of Objects. So let me talk about Web 3.0 now. That's more interesting. But try Quant, I'm sure you will like it. First of all, data is the new oil. People who say to you that data is nothing, the only important thing is the fact that you can compute it, that's not true. First of all, if you don't have data, you can't do big data. That's simple. That's clear. No data, no big data. Small data, not big data. Okay, so if you want to make big data, you have to go through real big data. Billions of email, millions of websites, millions of blogs, 100 millions of people, billions of people on Facebook, Twitter, and the others, and billions of websites. And I don't even talk about pages. So big data is everywhere on the internet. But you have to crawl, you have to get the data, you have to have it inside of your database. Then you can talk about big data. I have seen a lot of people who talk about big data just using MySQL. So please, NoSQL database first, Hadoop, Mongo, other things, and then we can talk together. So this is big data actually, and data is the new oil. You have to understand how to use it, how to get it, how to download it, and first of all, this is where we were when I was a kid. Because I grew up at that time. You are all a little bit younger than me. Sorry, I'm a little bit older. So I started before 1980 with a very small computer. So I have seen the PC era, the Web 1.2, then the Web 2.0, and today Web 2.0 is already finished according to that graphics, right? But we will talk about Web 2.0 just after. And then you have the Web 3.0 about semantic search, about algorithm, about facts to get the data from the internet, about facts to crawl the data and the things. And then the Web 4.0, we will see if it will be that, maybe. That's a proposal. We'll see tomorrow. So first of all, do you know the DARPA? Who knows DARPA? 1, 2, okay. So DARPA is a Defense Advanced Research Project Agency in the US. They are in charge of taking care of the internet for the US government. And this is what they say about search engine today. Search engine today, and we talk about big search engines like Google, like Bing, like Yahoo, like us, like others, big one. They index, but actually they are not specialized, and they put a lot of advertisement. Because of that, you don't have enough good result. You have more advertisement than good result actually when you search on a normal, usual search engine. This is DARPA in the US who say it, not Quant. So, the web today is a little bit more complicated than yesterday. Yesterday, the web was page rank based. You have a page, you have a rank, that page has a weight, that means there is 100,000 people who comes on it. You have link between pages, and that was page rank. But page rank just connect pages. Do you think that your Twitter account is a page, but when you tweet, you are not a page? I think so, I hope so. I hope that you are not a page. So if you are not a page, what are you? And what is your Twitter page? Because when you go on Globo, there is millions of people on Globo. But on your Twitter, maybe you have 1,000 friends or 10,000 followers. But 10,000, if you compare to 1 million or 20 million people, it's nothing. So we have to find another kind of weight for Twitter, for social. That means that we are not in the page anymore. We are in a world and in a web of objects. Twitter is an object. Facebook is another object. Your page in Twitter is an object. Your web page is an object. Your blog is an object. Your photo and video are objects. All of them are different kind of data inside. For example, on the YouTube video, you have comments. All these comments are objects. And they talk about the object, the principal one, who is the video. So you have to get the data today with crawlers who are more smart than yesterday. Because crawlers have to understand if it's a page, if it's a comment, if it's a social comment, if it's an information about a video. So even inside of a video website, you have several information inside of each pages and inside of each video. So you have to do a lot of things. First of all, take care of APIs and take care of crawling. Then you have to take all the data more structured than yesterday, because yesterday you tried to make pages. Today you make pages with a lot of information inside. And then you have to do machine learning through Top-K technology or KN technology, which you have to compute all this data and find what is relevant and what is not. So, first of all, the first technology barrier will be to understand all the API. If you do one by one connection to API, wow, that will take you a life. So you have to find very semantic and very smart things to connect, understand APIs, understand data, and collect the data. Then you have to find a way to get out of diversity and structuring data, because now the data are very different. Then you have to take care of social metadata, because social metadata are again very different. And then you have to take care of various objects. For example, today, this is one of my connected objects. This is the second one. And I have my cell phone with me and some other stuff to take care of my heart. So if I die today, I will know how I die for and how. So right now you have to take care of all these things if you want to take care of the internet of today. First of all, you have technological risks, because if you want to do these things, if you want to call the whole internet, if you want to understand all the objects, you have to take risk. First of all, you have to understand all the APIs. Then you have to understand all the data very smartly. Then you have to be able to implement crawlers who can understand data when they crawl. And then you have to do that across the web, the social web, and the things. Let me show you something more clear. First of all, to remove the first technical barrier, you need to have very smart and very powerful big data infrastructure and very powerful and smart crawlers. You have to take care of big database and you have to integrate it top-K algorithm. Top-K algorithm is algorithm who give you the capability to make a ranking when you crawl, because you will know who are the best Twitter people, the best tweeters, or the best website, or the best blogs when you make your crawl. You add a lot of information inside of it. So let me show you something. First of all, information has to be more complete. It has to provide data from the web and social network, right? So this is the web for Quant. Very clear? Perfect? Simple to understand? Well, let me explain. First of all, for a given topic, this is what a normal search engine will give to you. These are web pages. Le Monde.fr is YouTube, right? This is the result in the normal queries on Google. The same queries on the social network will give you this. These are people who tweet on Twitter or Facebook or Google+. So for the same word, on Google you get the web. On the social network you get what the people say about the same word. Is it clear? Yes? No? You want to sleep? I understand. And this is the real web. Real web is the pages, YouTube and video, plus all the tweet, all the Facebook, all the social things. And everything is connected. This is the real web. And you have to take care of all these things, plus all the interaction. All the links here are the people who comes on the website, who talks on Twitter, who are friend of who. This is what it is. And everything here is an object. Everything. You have to take care of all these objects. You have to bring them inside of your data and understand them before you can send answers, because before you can show result. If you don't do that, you miss the point. Let me continue. This is the web, right? Just the web. But in fact, this is the web today. This is the web pages. This is the video website. This is the Twitter, Facebook, and other social. And this is all your connected objects. And they are all connected to you. And all connected to the web. You are exactly in the same configuration. Nothing is not connected. Everything is connected. Smart cities are connected to you and you to the web. You are the middle. It's why everybody wants to track you. Because you are the target. You are the people here. You are the people who does that. And you are the people who read this. So this is the whole web. And you are inside. So the web is not only what is online, it's everything what is connected. Could be connected for your cell phone, for your tweet, for your pages, at home, through smart cities. This is the real web. And this is what we call at Quant, and this is what the others call too. Because when Google buy robotics, when they start making a lot of connected objects, it's not only because they think it's fun and smart. They want to read it. They want to know you through your object. They want to know what you do. They want to see what you see. They want to know each of you. So, to do that kind of things, you need a lot of things. First of all, you need to understand the data mining. Because if you don't mine the data, you have no data, right? Then you need to understand the graph. Because you have to make relation between everything. So you have to understand XML, JSON, and other things. You have to understand RDF. You have to understand flows. Then you have to understand semantics, Topka, KN. So I don't know if you have already seen all these sentences, but just search on Quant, search on Google, and then you will understand what I'm talking about. And then you have to make association between all this world. Like I have done in that, for example. So first, take the data, bring the data back to you, understand the data, make the connection, make the correlation, bring everything together, add that to your database, and you are in the big data. You understand big data then, and you can play. You can be smart on everything. Let me show you how you can crawl inside of the social graph. First of all, on the social graph, you have to know how to make analysis of social graph. This is you, this is a web page, this is other things. You have to extract the data. Then, when you have extracted the pages and the data, you have to extract the words inside. What are you saying? What is in the page? This is called folksonomy. And then you have to go a little bit further because you have to understand ontology. This is semantic. Ontology means all these words means culture, for example. And these words means art. So this page is about art or about culture. It's not just about words. Clear? And then you have to bring all these things to make calculation of local influences. For example, are you somebody well known on Twitter, on Facebook? Your page is a good page or not? What kind of things do you want to do with that? And then you can create your influential matrix. That means that you can choose what you want to add, what you want to show. And you will add that in the social engine. That means that if you extract the data, you can do all these things. And all these things is the kind of algorithm you should create to rank your data. So with that kind of algorithm, you don't need filter bubble. You can make vector representation. You can find relevance. You can find interdependence. You can find tweet and people who tweet. You can understand similarities in semantic. You can see social similarities. You can see interactions between people, page, and everything. And that, at the end, what can you do? Very simple. Why not extract the 40 universities, the 40 best universities around you, or in France, or in America, with a simple algorithm? Or maybe find all the journalists who are here today. Or find the French politics. Maybe the Brazilian one too. I'm sure they are on Twitter and other social networks too. So, when you get them, you can rank them. This is a cloud score. I don't know if you know cloud. This is a cloud score. That means your cloud score is your score on Twitter or Facebook according to Cloud, who is an American scoring company on social network. This is our score. And these people are French politicians. François Hollande is our president, Nicolas Sarkozy was our president, and then you have other people. So right here you have the score, according to us, to people. So we score people based on what they say online. And you can see if people are global, because they are retweeted all over the planet, or just local, retweeted just in your area, just in your quarter, just in your home. And you can find interactive mapping and find all the people connected to all the others. This is the left wing of French politician. This is the right wing of French politician. You can even know who is right, who is left, who wants to vote for who. There is a lot of things that you can do with that kind of technology. You can make hashtag terminology, you can supervise information, you can get a lot of information and extract it. You can look at the emotional and affective lexicon. So for example, right here, you know if you are well, if you are not well, if you have problems based on what you say. That kind of things, I think, will never work, but you can try. Because understanding people when they talk on Twitter, it's not as simple as it seems when we talk about emotions. Why? Because, for example, if you look at a football game, on a football game, when somebody says that I'm playing like Messi, or I'm playing like, well, choose who you want, and the problem is I'm playing football with my hand. Okay, so if I'm playing like Messi, it's because you are a Real Madrid fan and you want just to say something bad about Messi, right? Or you are a Brazilian fan and you want to explain that Argentina is a bad team. So, let me show you. With one word, Ukraine, you can know if people are happy from the left, from the right side, or from the other side. The whole idea here, with data and words online, you can know everything about people. And you can know who talk about what with who. More the link is big, and more we know that they talk together. So, I arrived to the conclusion, and after that I will be happy to have questions to be more clear for each of you. But this is the conclusion. Conclusion is, internet is full of objects. Everything is an object. Pages, news, video, photo, social, shopping. All objects is kind of particularity. You have to understand them all. Then you have to connect them all. Then you have to connect all these objects to the world object. The world is full of objects too. And tomorrow it will be more full of objects. You have to connect both the internet and the world. But if we track you when you do that, if we track you when you connect the world and the internet, I will know everything about you. So, search engine should do that, index the web, index the world, without tracking us. We are not objects. We are humans, people. We are human beings. So, we should get the whole information about the internet, which means interconnection of network, and not everything about us. So at Quant, we don't track you, we don't take your data, you can search on Quant, privacy, totally, you have no risk, you can search for everything, and we provide to you data. So if you want to make data analysis, we can provide you billions of datas. So you can start making your own search engine or your own product inside of your applications. One word about Quant again. Because of these things, we started 1.5 years ago. First year we have get 500 million of requests, and this year 1.6 billion of requests. People spend 6 minutes when they come on Quant, and there is more than 6 million queries a day. So because we analyze the web and the social web, we are a very good search engine actually in Europe, with 20% more people by month. And we launch actually in all the country. We went on Financial Times, on other big things for press around the planet. But more interesting than all these things, what I want to say to all of you is, please, big data has to be ethical. Object has to be ethical. Because tomorrow morning, if, for example, you install at home something for fresh air, and you have something who take care of the regulation of your climatization. And if I see that the temperature goes up and there is 2 people in the room, maybe 1 guy and 1 girl, I will know that you do something, right? Something who makes the temperature goes warmer, right? And I will even know who are the people in the room, because you will have your cell phone with you, you will have your connected watches with you, so I will know who does what. So it could be fun, but who am I to know that you make love to your girlfriend, or maybe make love to somebody who is not your wife today? You want to be tracked by me? I'm not sure. You want to be tracked by anybody else than me? I'm not sure too. So please, we have to make ethical big data, ethical cities, ethical data. You have to keep back your data. You have to collect your data and keep it back to you. Or tomorrow, I will know everything about everybody here. And really, for me, it's not a problem, because I don't keep your data. When it's about people, I throw that in the garbage. But for other company, it's not like that at all. They keep it. They know you. They know if you eat too much, they know what you do. So don't take risks with your insurance, with your health, with your data, and with your private life. Tonight we will do something about 15 minutes of privacy. If you want to have idea how to be in a privacy for 15 minutes on the internet and with object, there is another lecture. So if you have any kind of question, we can start now.
First of all, I'm sorry about my English. And I'm sorry about I just got here in the middle, so maybe you already answered what I'm going to ask. A lot of social medias like Facebook and Google itself, when someone says that you stole our data, you sell our data to the government, they claim that they do not do that. They say a lot of excuses that they do not do that. Browsers for the internet, they used to say something like this too, that Chrome is not trustable because it's closed source and they are not sure. So a lot of people insist to use Firefox, that use open source, so you can open there and see that they are not stealing your data because it's described it. I don't know if I already answered that, but how do you know that Q1? Got it?
No problem. So first of all, at Quant, we don't keep your data at all, because we are European and the European laws are the worst in the world. We can't keep your data, or we have to pay. And if you read our documentation, it's very simple. It's a 1 page, not 200 pages explaining what we do. It's just 1 page. You will see that we don't take your data. But now, you talk about services who says that they don't take your data, right? Or they will not misuse it, right? Okay, so last year somebody called Edward Snowden comes and explain what they do with your data. So you should not trust people. You should trust reality. You should trust information. So the point is, you should add Firefox instead of some others. You should try search engine who don't take care of your search. You should try Facebook and the others, but be careful of what you do inside. If you show you just taking bad things or being totally drunk, next time when you go for a job, maybe somebody show you that picture again. So all these things are real, it's real world. And tomorrow they will know that you drive very quickly, because your watch will know that you accelerate with your cars. So you have to take care of that when you think about going on the internet. Take care of all these things. But doesn't mean that you don't have to use Facebook, Twitter, and the others. That's great. Facebook, first of all, Facebook has just the data of Facebook. Twitter has just the data of Twitter. Just search engine have data of everything. So you know who you should care about the most. And again, tonight in 15 minutes of privacy, we will go through what Snowden has said. So if you want to talk about privacy, there is another lecture. Some question? And your English is very good. Mine is worse. So your English is very good. Mine is worse. So good.
Evening. Oi, som. Good evening. Suppose that I'm planning to do an app that sends to one people on big data about something. Do you plan to make an API that I can ask these things to Quanta? And if you already have, or if you want Play to do this API, if this API will be charged?
Okay, so yes, we have that kind of API. For the web, for the news, for the social, for the shopping, for the knowledge graph, photo and video. We have that kind of APIs. Now for Brazil, we finalize the crawl of Brazil for the next 3 months. And after that, we will open the APIs, and it's for free. Okay, so you will be able to get data and play in your apps and everywhere. And tomorrow you will have an API inside of connected objects for free too. Okay? When we charge API to big company. So for example, if you have the FC Barcelona, you will get your API. You can add that in your apps, and then you make advertisement and we share advertisement. But we will not ask you for money. So if you want data, you will get a lot of data from us. It's very simple to get to. We have contact@quant.com, write us, and we send you access. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question for you. Somebody has understood my English? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, not too much. Okay, 7, not so bad. Sorry for the others. Next time I try Portuguese. Because my wife, she's Portuguese. She's from Brazil, in fact. She's not Portuguese. She's Brazilian and from the Nordeste. So I should try to learn quickly. Sorry.